Yo, yo, it's Tony D. Have a special one here, Hyde Street. My guy Matt Price from a local comic shop. I had just bought a pile of books and we always chop it up at the register. You know what I'm saying? We started talking about Ghost Machine. I tried a couple of things. I don't want to mention what I tried because this channel isn't about talking bad about anything. I don't want to do that. I always say it didn't resonate with me because somebody else may like it. And if somebody said, hey, I want you to do a review on one that didn't resonate with me, I would do it. I would find all the positivity. I would look at it harder and I would probably be turned to a fan. And that's what Matt did to me. He's feeling me out. He's a good comic shop owner. He's feeling me out. And I was talking about Those Not Afraid, about the serial killers. It's something, I'll do a review on that too, because I like it. But he's, okay, so you like the horror and stuff? Yeah, man, of course I do. So Hyde Street. I saw some rumblings of this and I didn't know. They're trying to get more of my money. I spend a lot of money on comics. So I was like, you know what, dude? Let's go look. We went over to the shelf. I want one. I want issue 1 so I can start off proper. And they had an issue. Totally dig the cover. Mr. X-Ray. I didn't know anything about it. So I start reading it. And I really love how they have the vibe of the old school ads that you would see. I'm checking this out. You got the sweet little old lady. Hey, we're on Hyde Street, right? Under construction. And they're doing some reconstruction. Nothing big, nothing out of the ordinary. And then she's like, what am I going to do? And then she hears this voice. Excuse me, young lady. And what's so horror about this? And so you see this little dude. Can I help you across the street? He's badged up. Little side note, I was a Boy Scout when I was younger. And I would do anything and everything to get my stuff. But I wasn't like this guy. Where'd you come from? And then that gives me the clue. Okay, something's up here. He's trying to get his support a senior citizen badge. He's helping her cross the street. And then I meant to ask you something. What's normal talk? And it's funny how the street sign mimics him with the short. I just noticed that. It's funny, these reviews, I see things. It's funny, but then he's, what are you hiding? She's like, excuse me? I totally love this. And then he shoves the stuff back at her and it turns into something burning, phosphoric maybe. I'm stuck, help. And what he talks about is how she had poisoned her daughter as a baby girl. He's describing this whole crime she had committed. And it took 2 years to do the husband. And she's trying to deny it. The whole scout's on her. And he's revealing her sins. And it's boom. He even throws this out. I even had respect for that. You mess with a kid, especially your own, and I mess with you. So you get this feeling like, all right, there's some justice in the other life. That's how I'm looking at it. Crossing over type stuff. Gets his badge. He's all laughing about it. He runs into this cat. And it's Mr. X-Ray. And Mr. X-Ray is an important character because he gives you not the child rundown of the place, what's going on, and he's laying some rules out. There's rules to what they're doing here. And the kid is really, his name is Pranky, and he's finding loopholes to doing stuff. And so this guy, I think he just stuck with those on because he goes into his history in 1966. He's the guy that made all of our little, this was so funny. I remember all these ads and this stuff, and I did believe this stuff worked. One had a hovercraft, and I thought, man, I got to have that. Turns out someone clued me on social media that the hovercraft was just the plans to make one. So yeah, we are stupid when we're kids. We're naive, not stupid. So he's in a money-making scheme. He's not a cool dude. They go over the sea monkeys. Really, if you come from that era, it's nostalgia when you start seeing this stuff. And then he tells this dude, I see you for who you really are. Well, he's just been working with this guy for long enough. He knows, got into uppers, the downers, got fired for that type of use. Pretty much telling this guy what he thinks and does. And there is some creep factor to this. Oh, and he's always talking about, you want to jump out that window, don't you? And he's like, yeah, you don't want to do that. No, today's not the day. He's trying to be friendly with the dude in a weird way. So he buys this monkey. Maybe that was in there, the world's smallest monkey. So this poor guy is scared. So yeah, the monkey. What would you think would happen? It just came out of a box from being delivered. It goes nuts. He catches it and it bites him and he accidentally drops it out the window and it kills it. 14 floors down. And at least it was quick, but it sets up some other stuff down the road. And then so, he's on Hyde Street. So something happened to him. You're wondering, I wonder what it was. And so there's some stuff going here in the fat-free clinic. You can only guess. And he sees the monkey that died and he's like, I told you I was sorry, dude. Have that going on. And this guy, I believe something's happening to him similar to the lady in the beginning. And he doesn't want to mess with it because he doesn't want to make enemies with the character doing that. So he goes back to before he goes to Hyde Street and Jim's at work, working his butt off. And he goes outside and he runs into his estranged daughter. And he's not a good dude. I told your mom I didn't want nothing to do with this, blah, blah, blah. And this kid, the mother is dead. It's pretty wrong. Oh, and here's the thing. It just clicked in my head. He's messing with a kid. And who messes with you if you do that? You can only guess. Like right here, you got some creep going on when he's just breaking her heart. Then he feels bad about it, chases her. And then, hey, mister, there's our kid. How about some ice cold lemonade? He's pretty slick. So I think he kills him with the lemonade or something because it's the kid's fault. He is on Hyde Street, so I'm sure it was something like that. This is really good artwork. The eyes being the x-ray. And he starts talking about the architect of this twisted reality. So you really, maybe it's the afterlife. This is a cool splash page. So they call him the scorekeeper, the guy that's running this. So maybe it's purgatory, but they leave that up to your imagination, which I like that as well. So he comes and he wants to talk to the kid. He's talking about, he's trying to make it where he can catch up to this kid and he's like a demon. He don't want nothing to do with that guy because he's killing it. And I'll show you what I mean by killing it and not just people. He will escape Hyde Street, even if it means damning 10,000 others to do. So the guy controlling it, the overseer, he has a board here, deliveries. So they're delivering souls and you don't see the names over here. So there's players over here. I just got lost in this. I started reading all of them. And you're looking at their deliveries, the colonist, unknown. That's interesting. But Pranky is the Boy Scout kid. He has 18,000. He's crushing it. I couldn't find anybody on here. Gen Z, that's an interesting one. That'll be funny to see that. But I think this is setting up for a lot of issues is what I'm saying. It ain't going to be one of the 5 issues and done. I don't want to do that, but I totally dig it. It's probably not the most popular Ghost Machine title, but I wanted to get into it. Matt talked me into it. Talk to your local comic shop guys. They'll hook you up. I'm totally into the horror. This felt like an old school horror read. So I liked it. I'm hooked. I just ordered issue 2. So we'll see how things start panning out. I'm excited. Gives me another thing to buy at the comic shop. Can't remember how many issues. If you're in the Hyde Street, let me know. Or any other Ghost Machine title, let me know. I'll make it happen. Get it.